What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be reviewing the CT Toys Beast Gohan. So I know I might be like a little late to this shit, because I know these guys have been out for a little bit, but you know, for starters, it got delayed. I think it took about 14 to 15 days to arrive based on the tracker. And already I can tell the box is pretty damaged because they put zero bubble wrap on it. It's just the box and the bag and nothing else. I mean, even it's pretty ripped already, so I don't even need like the fucking scissors or anything. Yeah, it's pretty damaged. I mean, obviously, if you guys know my reputation with CT Toys, I bought the black suit Spider-Man, like the Tobey Maguire figure, and you know, it was pretty damaged. They put this shit on the front, which blocks the artwork that they put on the box, so that completely just renders that useless already, which is pretty stupid to me. I mean, I'm not gonna keep the box. It's super damaged. Sorry for the fucking earache, but it was like stuck in there because the box is so fucking damaged. I mean, so far, it doesn't look bad.
Nice.
I mean, first glance, it doesn't really look bad. I thought it was gonna be worse. That's what I said about the other one, and it ended up, you know, getting all really shitty. So, okay. Joints feel really smooth, surprisingly. I mean, I know it's squeaky. I mean, this is like a... Some people have the issue where the elbow thing will, like, kind of come out to the side. I don't think I have that very much, or a little bit at least, but honestly, it doesn't look bad at all, man. I mean, the face kind of, you know, comes off, but that even happens with actual SHFs. Honestly, dude, I'm pretty fucking impressed. This is actually not that bad. I know some people's figures were, like, kind of crappy, but again, it's just quality control. I know some people, I'm not trying to show his ass, but some people's, like, had this, like, snapped off, or they had a really, like, shitty quality right there. It's actually pretty good. This thing is a little loose, but that's just the thing. I'm not going to be like messing around with it too much to begin with. This is a soft plastic, so if you really wanted to, you could probably take this out and you know, display him like without like a shirt. The hair right here though, it is a little bent, probably because of the box damage. I believe it's probably supposed to be a little bit like this, but it's fine because who the fuck is actually going to really look at that? Not me, that's for sure. And I mean, I actually have the Ultimate Gohan figure to compare this to. That way you guys can like actually see it for yourself. So we'll go over the accessories in a little bit, but I just want you guys to, I guess, look at the figure first beforehand. And I'm actually gonna compare this to the actual Gohan, the Ultimate Gohan, since I didn't buy the actual, you know, Beast Gohan, because that's pretty fucking expensive. So yeah, here he is obviously next to one another. Let me see if I can actually put them kind of straight up so you guys can actually get the proper height. It's obviously gonna differ because you know, the Beast one is probably a little different. So he does look a little taller, if you guys can tell, but that might just be because of the transformation. I'm pretty sure that's happened before. I mean, you know, Super Saiyan God Goku goes like skinnier, so again, it's still gonna scale really well with the other figures. I mean, this looks actually pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie. So this is the real one. Again, before we get into it, I don't want to break off the things, but here's the face. That is the peg. I don't want to take this off because I know a lot of people are gonna ask, or if anybody watches this, you're gonna ask if this fits the actual body. For what I know, it should fit the actual this body and the other Beast Gohan, because the pegs are relatively the same. I don't know if you guys can see that right there, but they look like they're pretty much the same. So if you really wanted to, you could probably grab this head and just pop it onto here, and you know, it's gonna look pretty much like Beast Gohan, because the skin color is actually pretty much the same. There's not a lot of, you know, there's not a big difference to it. So if you really wanted to, you could probably most definitely get that Gohan and just, you know, put the... Fuck, what am I doing, dude? God damn it. Just be careful, because obviously, I mean, this shit took a while, man. I mean, I ordered the Black Hole Toys MUI Goku, both the same day, and I think the other one took significantly shorter of a time to actually get to me than this guy. This guy got even delayed, like I said at the beginning. It got delayed. You know, but again, I mean, obviously it's not, I mean, it is a little loose on the legs, but if you're just gonna pose them once, you don't really tend to pose your figures too much. You're gonna pose them once and you're just gonna leave them there, then it's fine. It's gonna get the job done. You know, if you guys want a comparison, here he is next to the, you know, the Black Hole Toys MUI Goku. For those of you who want to do it just for the sake of the battle between MUI and Beast, here he is. They look pretty sick. I actually made a review. I'm just a dumbass and I haven't uploaded it yet, but he's there too. So, you know, there you go. But yeah, I mean, overall, the articulation looks fine. Nothing feels to be broken. I mean, this thing rotates all the way around. Joints here are actually really solid. You know, this works perfectly fine. The torso, again, it's all soft plastic, so be careful with this because it, you know, that you'll get like gaps there. The legs are a little squeaky, but what the fuck do you guys expect? You can kick up that much. Double jointed knees, looks pretty good so far. Can't really kick back much, but that's just because of the design of the legs. I don't know if the real one has that issue. Haven't really checked, just got them, posed them out. That looks like it's kind of coming off, if you guys can see that there. Usually that is an issue with some figures. He does have the toe articulation, but I don't want to mess with it because I don't want to snap it. So I'd recommend dipping these figures, or just any figure in general, in hot water before you start messing with it, just so that it doesn't snap on you or something. So, you know, I'm gonna put this guy right here, or if you can fucking stand, because now that I've been moving the legs, they're actually starting to get really loose. So, here is the fucking special beam cannon. I don't know why the fuck I like my brain just fucking, I don't know. So I know some people had issues with this, and that apparently it just wasn't really working, or it didn't fit, or something with the special beam cannon not working. Sorry for that. I just had to snap it in place. So I believe this shit just goes right here. Yeah, you just pretty much place it there. And the hand, which is, you know, the stand. I mean, obviously this isn't actually very heavy, so I'm pretty sure the figure, again, it's not loose on the actual, you know, hand itself. It's not loose, so it's not that heavy. So I don't think you will need this if you want to. I'm pretty sure you could just easily, you know. Oh, please don't break up. There you go. Okay, so it fits a little loosely, but okay, now I'm starting to realize why people had an issue with that. So it's actually loose on the figure, and you can tell by the different holes that they did right there. I mean, you can even tell the quality of this hand and this one. It's significantly different. And I believe the hole in this one is probably bigger, which is why he can't hold it on his own, which is why you're gonna end up needing the stand. Obviously, I don't know if this is an issue with the actual real one, but obviously he does it when he's like bent, but it will work with the stand. You just have to use the stand. Otherwise you're gonna run into that issue, but it still works fine, I guess. It's just not gonna fit on its own. If in case you didn't want to use the stand, you're gonna have to use the stand for this guy, sadly. But again, so far not too bad. The legs are a little loose, but I don't know, that's just, you know, probably not as bad as the fucking trunks that they released not that long ago. So here are all the other accessories you get. You get like the martial art hands, you get like the grippy hands, and then kind of like open wide-ish hands. They're not fully open. They're still kind of doing like a grippy-esque type of pose. You get another like instant transmission, which is just almost the same as the special beam cannon hand. So I guess you can also just do him special beam cannon without that. You get the crossed arms right here. You can pose them like this if you want to. I would just recommend being super careful with that. You don't want to break your figure. You get a faceplate right here that's basically the one where he is transforming into Beast, or I guess, yeah, before he transforms into Beast. So that looks pretty cool. As a matter of fact, let me try that here, obviously, since I already have the Ultimate Gohan right there. Let's see if it actually fits with the faces, and Okay, so that actually fit relatively well. Let me try this for you guys. Yeah, so it works. Skin color is a little different. In light, it actually, and on camera, it looks about the same, but in person, it does look ever so slightly different, but you're not gonna tell from afar. So that looks really good, in my opinion. I think that looks pretty good. So you do get that. I do know that the newer Gohan, the one that CT Toys released, because they released Ultimate Gohan and they released Beast Gohan at once, and then not that long ago they released the Gohan that basically had all the accessories that you would have to buy separate figures to get. And I think that one's probably the worst out of the bunch because it's horrible, apparently. Like, the quality is really bad. It's just all around not a good fucking figure. So I would just recommend maybe not buying that one if you wanted those accessories. But if you don't care about the quality, you just want the figure and you want the accessories, and they probably will most likely fit on that Gohan or the Beast Gohan, then go for it. You know, this one does not have the battle damage like the other Beast Gohan, like the SHF. This one is basically just the Ultimate Gohan body, like as you can see in the background. You know, so yeah, the other accessories, again, it's like a yelling face kind of looking off to the side-ish. That might just be like a paint issue. Then this is him just kind of teeth grinding face, just kind of looking to the side, and then that's the face smirking, whatever the hell. So yeah, again, overall, not too bad. I think I got lucky, and I just got a pretty solid figure overall. The legs, again, are kind of loose, but they're not falling apart like the fucking Spider-Man that I got on that video. So yeah, overall, I would probably recommend this guy out of all of them, especially because that guy you can still get for a relatively decent price. And honestly, compared to this and this, in SHF, I would probably just get Beast Gohan because it's Beast fucking Gohan instead of just regular Gohan. I just bought this guy because I saw it for a pretty decent price, and I was worried that this one was going to be horrible, so I wanted to make up for it and just get an actual Gohan and just keep the head for this or something, just in case it was really bad. But it's actually not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was. It's definitely a pretty good figure out of all of them, I'd say. And probably worth getting because the original one, at least here in the US, it's like, in Big Bag Toy Store, I think it was like 109 plus, you know, tax and shipping and all that, depending on where you were buying it from. So this is definitely a good alternative for that, if you guys don't mind buying bootlegs, or maybe not bootlegs, but third party. I would say that CT Toys has earned the right to be called a third party based, you know, company that just makes these figures. The reason why, again, going back to like a little tier list here for a second, you know, obviously they are not on the level of Demoniacal or Kong Studios or any of those other customs, because those are actually relatively significantly better, I will say. And you are practically almost guaranteed a better figure when you buy those. And CT Toys, it's a little bit of a gamble, because you're either gonna get a pretty solid figure for the price you're paying, which by that point, this cost more than that. This was like 40 something, I think. And that one was, I think, a little bit more, but that's because I bought it from a fucking reseller, so you can obviously tell. But regular retail price, this was more expensive than like the $35 SHFs. But again, I can't really say that I recommend it because you know, obviously I could have just gotten lucky and I got like a pretty decent copy, but again, I would classify these guys better than the actual really shitty $15 like, you know, bootlegs that you can probably get on Temu or AliExpress or just eBay scammers in general. And then I would put CT Toys kind of like around like a C tier, because you're on the verge of getting something really good, but it's just not quite there. Either that, or you're gonna get a really shitty figure like the one I got for like the black suit Spider-Man, which was kind of sad. I mean, I guess you can tell. I mean, the box is fucked. You know, it looks, at least they tried with the box, because I know some of them were like actually making really boxes, and like most of the marble ones were just kind of copy paste of the SHFs. So at least they're trying to, but I mean, it's fucking ruined. So, not gonna keep the box probably. I might just keep it for the sake of having it, but I'm not gonna, you know, do anything much with it. But yeah, again, I would just maybe give it a try. If you really want to beast Gohan and you don't want to spend as much as what it is, the original, go for this guy. You might get a pretty good copy. Again, it doesn't look too bad at all. The quality looks fine on mine, except for like a little bit of a loose leg here, in particular this one. It's not that loose, but it is a little loose. But yeah, I mean, a solid figure in my opinion, for what we paid for and stuff. And here he is next to the regular Ultimate Gohan. So yeah, I would recommend buying this if you really want to. I would recommend buying it. So yeah.